So pag-usapan natin ngayon yung case doon sa NAIA regarding doon sa SUV na driver na nakabangga ng pasahero sa labas ng NAIA terminal. Ano kasi maraming mga nagko-comment regarding bakit nakalabas, bakit nakapag-post ng bail na lahat po ng Pinoy, all persons under the 1987 Constitution, Section 13, Article 3, all persons except those charged with offenses punishable by reclusion perpetua or death shall not be denied of the right to bail except when the evidence of guilt is strong. Now, sa sa criminal procedure, yung ating mga accused ay may karapatang mag-post ng bail. In fact, if you are charged in the municipal trial court, you have the right to bail before after conviction. Yung sa regional trial court, it is a matter of right to post bail before conviction if you are charged with an offense not punishable by reclusion perpetua or death. So therefore, karapatan niya na mag-post ng bail. After all, it is guaranteed by the 1987 Constitution. So he was charged by the prosecution of reckless imprudence resulting to double homicide, multiple physical injuries, and damage to property. That offense, kasi hindi naman siya punishable by reclusion perpetua, then may karapatan siya mag-post ng bail. So ano yan, kumbaga, it is guaranteed by the 1987 Constitution. So anybody na pwedeng mag-post ng bail, ay pwede siyang mag-post ng bail. Now, how about yung mga na-charge ng offenses, punishable naman siya ng reclusion perpetua, death, or life imprisonment, and when the evidence of guilt is strong, they need to apply that, yung application nila, kailangan i-hear muna if indeed the evidence of guilt is strong. If hindi naman strong ang evidence ng guilt ng akusado, then the regional trial court, for that matter, may allow the accused to post bail. So lagi natin tatandaan, bawat isa sa atin may karapatan tayong mag-post ng bail, and when the prosecutor kasi formally charge you in the court, meron silang kaakibat dyan na recommended bail. Magkano ba ang ipopost ng bail ng akusado? Now, in fact, allowed pa din sa what we call this criminal procedure, na kunyari mataas yung recommended bail ng prosecutor or the National Prosecution Service, pwedeng mag-motion ng akusado for the reduction of bail. So pwede yan. So in this case naman sa SUV driver sa NAIA, it is within his constitutional right na mag-post siya ng bail. After all, yung charge sa kanya is hindi naman punishable by reclusion perpetua, and when the evidence of guilt is strong. So allowed siyang mag-bail because it is a matter of right, guaranteed sa ating constitution and guaranteed as well in the criminal procedure. And of course, tapos na ba? No. Kasi ang bail that is a guarantee na anytime na ipapatawag siya ng korte ay mag-a-appear siya. So wala pang trial na nangyayari. In fact, magkakaroon pa ng arraignment sa kanya. So let's wait for the development of the case, dahil hindi naman siya makakaalis ng bansa kasi nga may warrant siya. He is under the custody of the court. Temporarily, he is not in prison because nakapagpiyansa nga siya. So wag po nating i-blame ang korte, wag po nating i-blame ang ating mga prosecutors handling the case, kasi po guaranteed yan sa Constitution, and of course guaranteed din sa criminal procedure. So lahat po ng Pilipino, as long as hindi po kayo na-charge ng offense punishable by reclusion perpetua or death or life imprisonment, and when the evidence of guilt is strong, posting a bail is a matter of right. It cannot be denied because it is guaranteed under the 1987 Constitution. So let us not blame the judge, because the judge only did what the mandates of the Constitution, and of course the prosecutor as well. So yun lang po, wag po natin i-blame. That's the right of the accused.